Hi, Jeremy. Yes, I had a good weekend. Hope you had the same. I'm just posting the link. Okay. I posted the link. Let's give a couple of minutes for people to join in. Hi, Rama. Hi, Love. Hi, PW. Hi, Raghu. Good evening. I hope all of you had a good weekend. I'm waiting for more people to join in so that we can get started. Friday was really, really bad. Yes, it's hard. Like we have to wait for the market, but yes, it gives us break to review, reevaluate, and figure out what could have been done, what should have been done. Hi, Kajendra. Hi, Ken. Good evening. Friday, as I was expecting that, yes, we could see a bounce, but no, it could not break above 4260 and failed big time. It almost hit 4150, and like last time we discussed that when we failed here from the regression channel 4520 area, we made 4200. Then we failed here, we made 4100. This time we failed again. We almost on that verge. So either we are going to make this 4100 once again. But if I go by the previous failures, it was 4200, then 4100. This should get stabilized at 4000. Secondly, this week is really, really important in terms of Fed action. They're going to declare interest rate hike, most likely, which is 50 basis points or 0.5%. And the market has almost priced in this, but what they have not priced in is June. If the June is 75, then that's not priced in. If June is 50, that's somewhat priced in. As of now, June as 25 basis point is priced in. So this is about like 100% priced in. If this happens, it's fine. If this happens, market may take a negative reaction. This market will take 100% negative reaction for this. So this is priced in. If we get a 75 basis point hike in May itself, that will be really, really terrible for the market. Yep. Hi. I had a good weekend, Jingalala. Hi, Amit. Hi, Mr. Big Papa Rich. Hi, Plami. Hi, Nathan. Expedia, I'll check. Okay, so let me start with a couple of scanners today, because now we have inside day and inside month. So let me just do a scan. Again, Friday's selling was relentless. It was not stopping. It was every person who had the opportunity was selling. I actually had good money at the open, but I gave almost that with NVIDIA trade. I did not do any other trade than that. So I'm kind of controlling my over trading thing, which is really good. I should have done more puts if I wanted to, but I was sticking to my two trade principle, no matter what market situation is. So I just stick with that. So inside day, first I will see the inside month now. What do we have inside month? Microsoft, Nike are in inside month. I do have Microsoft. It is inside month. Let me just make this. Inside month, Nike and Snow. Snow is inside month and Nike. Square also inside month. Let me go to the week. IBM UAL. IBM UAL inside week. Inside day. QQQ AL. QCOM, McDonald's. Okay. So here we have all this tickers. If I find a need, I will change the list, but as of now, it looks fine to me. It covers almost all the sectors we needed. And let's see what can come into this. In between Hi S Patel, Hi Jess, Hi Dev, Hi Street, Hi Rajiv, Hi Rajesh, Hi Vivek, Hi Sojanya. See, even if after notifying, I only have 50 people or online, 60 people. I don't know whether it's worth doing this every day or not. Anyways, I'll finish this for today and let's see for tomorrow. So let's start with ES. ES is at a very, very difficult state. It's, if you see here, we had, this is a weekly candle. This was a perfect evening star on the weekly candle. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 back-to-back red week candles. And every time the body of the candle is getting bigger and bigger. This week, it's going to be massive. As I explained, we're going to have Wednesday, 2 p.m. FOMC rates and future direction. Future guideline for June. So it is going to be interesting. If you take my suggestion, I think we might struggle on Monday with the market, and we try to chop around early Tuesday, early Wednesday, and we will have much more clean trend, and that trend will going to remain for a couple of days back to back, maybe in fact a couple of weeks. If you don't want to trade Tuesday, Monday, that's all right. Just ignore the market, let the market trade on its own, figure out its own direction, because it is going to be hugely choppy. It's not going to be clean one directional move. Monday, we might go down a little. I'm expecting it to find stability around 4,000, because that's the gap on the SPX as SPY as well. So if we can find that gap filled and held, that's good. If that SPX gap is filled and we go down, then we have further gaps at 3,700 on SPX. So I think that if we have to do a move back, like if you see here, if we have to move back, and this is weekly, and the W pattern, which I was expecting on Friday, that didn't happen. But that pattern has not gone as of now. We still have 4,100, went to 4,581, come back. If we test 4100 and hold, again, if we test 4100 and hold, we might see a move towards 4260. So this is still potential there. But if we lose this 4100, okay, this usually is called double bottom. So if we test 4100, that's March low, February, March low. If we kind of test it and jump from it, that will be regarded as double bottom and can go higher. If we fail this, 4000 is minimum where we'll find the support. And this will be much clearer in terms of SPX, because SPX does not trade after hours. So I'm going to show you on SPX this level very clearly. So on SPX, we have gaps at 4000. So I'm going to stick right here. This is 4000 right here. You see, on the extreme left, we have a gap, which is 4020. And the low is 4034. So we have a gap right here on the extreme left. If you see with my mouse, we have a gap of 4020 and 4034. This gap needs to be filled. And we made the February low of 4100 or March low 4100. And this, if it comes here, takes a support 4133.35. This is SPX. SPX is the actual index. ES is a mini index, and MES is a micro index. SPY is a ETF for all this index. So whether I'm creating a level based on SPX, ES, SPY, MES, they are roughly equate to each other. So do not get confused. If you're using ES, there will be somewhat premium to SPX. If you're using SPY, just divide the SPX level or ES levels by 10. You will have the same numbers. All right. So there's no need to get confused with SPY. Let me just write this. With SPY, with SPX, with ES. This is our main index, which does not trade 24/7. ES trades 24 into 5 days, 23 in fact, 1 hour it breaks. This is a future. It trades with 50 lot size and 5 lot size. You can also trade SPX as a future with 100 lot size. SPY is SPX divided by 10. And SPX or ES is little different by 5 to 7 point discount sometimes and premium sometimes. So do not get confused. When I post ES, I tend to cover all these scenarios. So now looking at SPX, because ES trades all the time, so there's not much gap there. This is the first gap, which is right there, which is around this 4020. Okay, now in case of SPY, I just want to highlight all these gaps because this is the gap where you will find some serious support. In between, there is no support. This gap is right here, 406. This is the high. This is 406.7, and the low is 403.35. So a gap of 400, which is 3% roughly from here, 406.7. If that gap is filled, I think it's going to be really, really good support area. So yes, we do not have that. So I'm going to add SPY just for today so that people who are using SPY, they should understand this. I'm including SPY. And do not worry about the colors here, because colors, I have to clean them up. I put in some rules, they didn't work out. So I need to fix those rules now. All right. So let's start from SPY. So SPY, if you see here, last time we came here, this one, if we make another double bottom here, then we have an opportunity to bounce. So let's take the low 410.64. So the stop loss, I'm starting with SPY, then I will jump on to ES. 410.65 is your stop loss. If, and again, the trend is extremely short, I'm just calling it less short, so as neutral, it's not positive at all. So if you really want to buy near I would say 412. 412 is a really good area to buy. Buy near 412. Stop loss is 410. And if it happens, it will make a double bottom. If 410.65 holds, makes double bottom for W. And W pattern is really, really good pattern, which extends for multiple weeks. All right. And what could be the potential targets? Targets will be 416, 423, 428, because we are extremely far away from the 12 EMA. So let's consider 416 and 423 as a levels. 416, come on, and 423. 5 and 428.60. It's about 40% chance we bounce. So I'm marking this as in green. If it stays in this direction. Otherwise, if it breaks 410, sell below 410.65. Stop loss will be 412. And what area we can hit? We can hit 404, which is one important area, 404, and 406.5. 60% chance of it making there. Extremely good support at 400 on SPY. So if we can hit 400 on SPY, I would love to add at that situation as compared to adding them right here. That's what I'm saying. If you see 460, 401, 402 area, you can add positions there. Do not be in rush in this market. Just make sure you have a very clear trade. Do not rush into this market. If you do not want to trade, do not trade until Wednesday. If you're going to do day trade, you have to be very, very clear, and absolute clarity is required, because this market is not an easy market to trade. It will take stop losses for both bears and bulls. So it might bounce to 416, take out your stop loss, and then go back to 410, 48, 47. So you need to be very careful. If you're in the front of the screen, trade, otherwise wait. Now let me go to the ES, which is my future. Same thing as ES, 4101 is an area for ES. If 4101 is hold, I'm neutralizing it. And if I have to bounce, if I can, because as of now we made the yesterday's Friday low was 4118 and today's low was 4116. So we already made a lower low, which is not a good sign. But if we make a move towards 4120 by above 4120, which is trading 20 points above, first target is 4153, which was this area. Then we are going to have 4200, 5. 4220 was, I think, that area. 42, yeah, in this area, 4215 roughly, and 4260. It's neutral, so possibility of 40% is there. And on the short side, I will not short here, I will short below 4101. Stop loss will be 4120, and my targets will be 4030, and then 3960. The possibility of it going down is really high. I'll just because we have and again, one more thing which we need to keep in mind, that this W pattern in ES and SPY both, this needs to hold on the weekly basis, meaning the low which we make tomorrow should persist. We should not make new lows on Wednesdays or Tuesdays. If we do that, it will make this W pattern extremely weak. If we have the bottom maybe Monday, I think that will remain bottom for a couple of days and couple of weeks in the direction side. So we need to be very clean on what we are doing with our levels. Again, I'm just converting them into yellowish so that they do not look extremely green. They are neutral trades, but they're there. QQQ. Again, Baju Sahab, pre-market, I do not trust pre-market SPY. The thing which matters is at 9:30. So whatever happens at 9:30, we can take a clear direction from there. On QQQ fell below 315, which was the baseline, and now it's coming to an area where it has fallen much more. And it's not even making W because it's breaking down here. So the next level of support I need to find, I need to cancel right extensions and see where we have these extensions now. Need to find some more retracement, how more or where it can fall. Even this is breaking down extremely badly. $298 is an area where we are finding the support. So I'm just going to create a retracement to 298 and see if that retracement works out. And again, I'm going to pick up retracement from here to 298. It's a different way of creating Fibonacci, but I do not have any support here. So I'm going back to my Fibonacci extensions area. So I'm picking up from the recent high. And please keep a note, this is retracement. So I'm expecting where it can find resistance or support. Yep, it's not finding enough levels. 298. That doesn't serve the purpose. So if I draw from 408, not enough. These levels are not. Let me just make it a weekly and see what better I can make of this chart. How low it can go. I need to go back. See, 276 is the weekly. There 342 broken, 313. It is right here. 303 on the weekly, 303, and on the daily. So right now I'm just taking this price action as the area. 296, 297 is an area. 308, 308, 297, 307. That's the area. So if we sell below 315, 315 is a stop loss, which is extremely higher. So it's sell on rise. $314, $315. Target is 308 and 297. Extremely high percentage of this going on the negative side because there's no support and market is extremely weak for tech stocks. On the neutral side, if it manages to break above 315, stop loss is pretty fine. 315 by above 317. Target is mid. Why I choose 317? Because this was a dodgy where we were making a morning star and the morning star failed totally because this bearish candle was very, very big. So possible targets are 321 and 321, 326.5. 30% possibility of QQQ failed this pattern. So I'm just neutralizing it. Okay, so these are the three index trades for me. They are looking really, really oversold. So that's why I'm considering 40% possibility on ES to bounce and 30% on QQQ to bounce. But I think we're going to have some more downside before we stabilize and come back higher. And that will happen once Fed will give us the clarity on Wednesday 2 p.m. Apple, Apple was holding this important area of 158, failed, and now it's well below this. It on Friday came and tested the 34 EMA, tested it, but could not break higher from that, which is not a good sign. Right now, it's in the negative trend, and a break below 158 is really, really bad. Now the target comes around as 154. So Apple has failed, but I'm just gonna neutralize it. I'm not selling it too much. I want it to sell on the rise with a very small stop loss, 158.90, target of 154. Again, I will read your comments and answer you once I'm done. 154 is an extremely important area because it's the regression channel as well as the 50% Fibonacci. 154.81 and 154.81 and 150.71. Sell on rise towards 158. Yeah. I think this is a trade where you can see the opportunity above 159. Above 159 can go long. That's 61.8 Fibonacci. It's neutral. AMD again, like it could not break out above that 12 EMA. It tested that, failed. It's now holding this regression channel. It has tested this regression channel multiple times, has earnings coming this week on Wednesday or Tuesday, 5-3. So I believe it's going to be a game changer. If AMD posts bad numbers, there are gaps on AMD which needs to be filled. Those gaps are at 61 and at 70 area. So this is make or break area for AMD. So again, if you're playing for ER, you need to be very careful. QCOM posted really good numbers. Will AMD post the same? I don't know. But if it fails here, it's going to test 61, which is about 20-25% of this number. So I'll be very, very cautious here. 85 is my stop loss. So AMD, I'm not positive anymore. I'm neutralizing it. But 85 is my stop loss, and I'm going to buy this near 85, 86 area. If it comes here, 91 to 95 is my potential target. Sell below 85 for 70, 62. See, neutral, you will see I am neutral, but I'm buying as well as selling. Why is that? Because neutral is a trend that because the market has gone down so much and so significantly that right now, if it has to drop, it needs some bounce before it continues to drop further. That some bounce can give you these targets. So I'm not totally negative as of now on AMD, but I would love to sell this as if it comes around 90, 91 area. Same thing is for Apple. I want it to go down, but I'm neutral because it has posted really good numbers. My stop loss is very small with the price I'm entering. That's why I'm saying you can go long above this area. I'll just convert this into green. So the comments which I'm positive, I'll convert them into green. The comments which I'm negative, I'll convert them into red. Amazon is a sell on rise. We talked about a big Amazon M pattern, and now you're all familiar with M pattern. This is the same pattern Triple Q is making. It failed 2692. Now it's coming in this area, 2500. It has gaps to fill. So if you see there are gaps right here, Gaps at 2100, gaps at 2100. We have a gap on Amazon. There is one gap, slight gap at 26. That's the gone. There's a minute gap. This gap is there for sure, but that's 2100. Right now, I'm expecting 2400 and 2320. This, because this is a failure of 61%. And failure of 61% usually come back to 0%. We're almost midway here. So if it comes around 25.10, 25.20, I will sell this. 25.20. Stop loss will be 25.50. My target is 2400 and 23.20. I don't think so. Amazon will give you any bounce whatsoever. It's the easiest trade, just sell on rise. Boeing, it's making inside days, not clear, but it has filled the gaps which it had. Now there's only one gap which is there, which is right at this area, which is at 121 to 136. 125, 121 to 125. If it breaks the low of earnings, which is 146, it can be really sliding down. And because it has broken down from a very big yearly consolidation channel. So if it breaks down, it can easily come down to 133, 134 area. So I'm just neutralizing it, keeping 146 as my stop loss. Break of 146, sell for 125, 121 gap. This is red. Red. I'm still trying to buy BA because BA need to provide support to the market and buy near 148. 149. Target is 156.50 and 160. Baba, I am positive with all the China thing, but there's a gap. I want that gap. Again, it's 23 Fibonacci and 34 EMA. It couldn't hold on to this. So if we can come around 92, 93, I would love to add this. 92 buy near 92.75. Either it comes here or it goes above 99. Stop loss is this. My target is 99. 99 and 105. So Baba, I'm positive. If we can get the dip, I would love to add this. Costco. Costco finally failed that 553 level, which it was holding for so many sessions. And once it failed really big. Now it's a rejection of 61%, and it should test 38 as well as 23. So I would love to short this if it jumps around 537. So Costco is short for me. Failure of a break of 553. 61.8 FIP breakdown. And these breakdowns are breakouts or breakdowns are really important from Fibonacci, because Fibonacci gives you those levels very clearly. So it's a short, sell on rise towards 537, 543 is stop loss, 521 and 501. And it will test both of them. Caterpillar, I think it managed to hold this area. So till the moment it's holding around 205, 26. I'm okay with Caterpillar, but I need Caterpillar to break about 215 because it needs to lead the index. Because if you see here, it's kind of making inverted thing, but it failed. So if I extend this to here and it goes up here, that should be good. So till the moment it's holding its ER low, I think I would love to trade Caterpillar on the higher side. It has extremely good ER. So Caterpillar is positive. Stop loss is 205.50. I would love to buy this near 208. Facebook on Friday did extremely good to hold on to the area, even tried to break the 34 but failed. Now it's coming to an area of 198 where it should find some serious support. So I would love to add this around 198 if it comes. Facebook near 198. And stop loss will be 196.75. My target will be 205 and 209. Reaching it to 60% because market is weak. Goog, it went down. It came to the price and then it was sold perfectly. Sell on rise, it worked. Right now, Goog has gaps which needs to be filled. Right now, there is one gap at 2140. If market is weak, I think Goog can drop further. So again, it's a sell on rise. Goog, I think first target with 2250. Google is sell on rise. It almost came to 2320 and closed 2290. So 2320 will be now the stop loss on Goog. Sell on rise. If you can get to 2300, 2310. Target is 2250. 2140. 2210, 2140. It's short. Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, or any other bank, they are failing an important area. They need to fill the gap. The gap is at 306. I think that gap is filled. Now there's one more gap which is right here, 275. So if 307, Goldman Sachs is also short for now. Because the market is extremely weak. If we say it's already 41.25, I don't know whether these prices will even come or they'll go much lower than that. But as of now, I do not see any support because we went vertically up and there are many gaps which are to be filled on Goldman Sachs. It's not looking nice. It has a bearish candle. It was holding this support for multiple days and now it has broken lower. So 310 is the stop loss. It's sell on rise. 306, 308. 298 and 280. MasterCard and Visa, they may provide some support to the market if market is getting weaker. Again, I would love to add them around 360 with a stop loss of 356. I would love to buy the dip. They're positive. Buy near 360. Stop loss is 356. Target is 378 and 380. So MasterCard will be positive for me. Microsoft is a breakdown. It was struggling at 34 EMA, 1, 2, and third day, and then it broke down. Now it's sell on rise if we can sell with a stop loss of 280. Microsoft is short. Even after extremely good earnings, because market sentiment is weak, we should sell and accept. 278.79, stop loss 280. Target is 260, 274 and 269. Microsoft is short. It's also inside month. So inside month, if it breaks down, it's going to break down very big. So let's check on the month. If it breaks down 269, it will fall really, really big. Be careful on that. So it's inside month. 269 is extremely critical area for Microsoft. It might come down to 240, 250 area. Then we have Nike. Nike is holding 124 area. Is kind of not giving me a clarity. It's making higher high, higher low, which is positive. So I would love to buy this above 124. So I will keep this 126, 127.60. Buy above 125. It's also inside month on Nike. So let's see the range. If it breaks 116, it's going to be really down towards 98. If it breaks higher, it can go to 140, which I really doubt. So right now it's, if market has to bounce, companies like Nike, MasterCard, Boeing, Caterpillar, they'll provide support. So I'm not optimistic on the negative side for them. Practically, I'm not pessimistic. So 124 is my stop loss. I would love to buy near 125. 127.65. Nvidia failed really big on Friday and hurted me really badly. Now it's coming to an area where it has found support one time, two time, third time. If it fails here, that could be a failure of some massive proportion, because 61.8 Fibonacci is really important. So 180 is really important. I would love to buy Nvidia. I'm not negative. At 180, 182 to 183 area. If it comes in this area, I would love to buy this Nvidia. Stop loss is target is 197, 203. Morning star it failed, but coming to an extremely important support. PayPal, like it's coming in the same setup. It has some earnings, made a higher low, higher high. 84.50 is the stop loss for PayPal. Buy the dip on PayPal, like MasterCard, 85 to 87. Target is 91, 98, 91. Morning star has failed, so nothing here. PayPal is still one of the good setups after the earnings. Snow was not able to break out. It might test the earnings low 164 and break down. So if you have to take a call, try to add around 164. So I'm utilizing buy near 164. 164 the stop loss, and maybe 170 and 176. So I'm expecting it to fall. Snow, it's also inside month. So if it breaks down, it's going to break down really big. Square, like MasterCard and PayPal, it's holding this trend line, made a higher high, higher low. I expect it to hold 96, 97 area. So Square 96 is a stop loss. Buy near 97, 98. Target 101, 109. It also is like PayPal, it's positive. Last is Tesla. Tesla posted some really good numbers. Not able to breach 929. Stuck there. Made a big engulfing candle. Can test 845. And we'll see what happens at 845. 845 is an important area. So right now, I'm not shorting Tesla, but I'm neutralizing it. I want to buy near 850. 845 is my stop loss. And I would love to see 895, 929. Below 850, I will go short on Tesla. If it goes below 850, it can go down to 779, 733. So it has a good downside if it breaks this area. All right, guys, I am pretty much done with what I wanted to cover. If any one of you has tickers, put them on the chat. I'll go through it and then let me read. Shop, Melly. Shop is done. Melly is done. Like shop, if the stock has come down from almost like 1700 to 40, 4100, that 75% is gone. It doesn't even have anything left. It was a W here at 300. There is a gap at 446, which is covered. Let me convert into week just to see clear. See, this area of 415.16 has provided some support in the past and it broke out from there. So now so 415, 420 should be an extremely good support area. If it breaks down, it can come down to 320. Guys, give me 1 second. Guys, again, I'm not here to answer all these stickers. You do not post any of these charts. You need to post charts. If you can do that, I'm more than happy to answer, but I'm not going to answer each and everything now. Because you do not do your homework, you come here for just asking questions, and that doesn't help anyone. If you have a chart, you can come over and show me. I can give you my view. Otherwise, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm sharing my Zoom link. If anybody is interested to show your chart, ask an opinion, I'm more than happy to do that. Even if there are 100 tickers, I'm more than happy. But simply answering this, I'm done. Airline stocks are going to be good over the next quarter or something, because crude is normalized and going to be better with easing off of Russia and Ukraine matter. So they're going to be very, very nice in next couple of quarters. So if anybody has a chart to share, you can come over. Moderna, it can test $100. A break of 128, it's gonna test $100. RH, RH is like it's weak. It's not good. It's a bear flag, a break of 318, and it can go down really bad to 270, 260. So RH is really, really bad. MDB, it's like all the tech stocks, they are trying to make inverted head and shoulders, but if it breaks 344, which is 38.2, it can come down to 304. So 344 is your last support if you're long on MDB. It might come down to 400, 500. It's a gap which needs to be filled. This is the big M pattern and it's failing. It's failing really big. So people who have not understood that these companies were just fluke, they ran, and you will not see these prices ever again. If you still keep on trading them, it's your wish. I cannot explain it further. Neo, a firm is done company. It's not going to do anything now. I see this is the chart of a firm. Hit 176. It's going to test 26 one more time, and there's no respite. There's no bounce anywhere seen from this chart. And fundamentally, if the market moves higher, it might move. Otherwise, there's no significance of a firm. These are the companies which are like Fastly or the companies which will not see these prices. Otherwise, they are acquired by somebody. If you are stuck in a firm, it's better to move out into a better trade. Guys, 1 second. Let me just finish this chat and I'll come to you. Neo. Neo has given less number of deliveries, and if it bounces above 17, you might have possibility to 20. Otherwise, it can come down to 9 or 910, which has a gap. I think most likely it should fill that gap of 9. So it should come around 9. Neo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uber and Expedia. Uber is breaking down, and it's breaking down really, really badly. So it was holding this regression channel. Now it's breaking down. It might come down 25 if it doesn't bounce from here. It has to bounce at this point. That's the last make or break point for Uber. It's the regression channel and 12 EMA, which is at 32. It needs to bounce about 32, otherwise it's going down. Expedia, same thing. It has to bounce from 175 area, otherwise it will come down. It went up really, really strongly after the last earnings. So they have earnings this time as well. They had earnings, so they have earnings, yes, tomorrow. So I don't know what happens with the earnings, but it has to hold this 175 area. If it doesn't, it's going to go down badly. Yes, Raghu.
Yeah, now I'll share my screen. Or you can pull Delta, or I can.
Delta.
Delta, yeah, DAL.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it is like it tested like around 33, 34. Now its trend is up. So looks like it might go up.
I don't see anything going up because it's making an outside bearish candle. It might come down to 42. If it doesn't hold, it might come down to 40.
Okay. Because today I was reading in the news like now these summer travelers are getting
Again, stop
Yes.
looking at the news. I've
Okay.
told this 100 million times. It
Okay.
fills your mind with just unnecessary information. Look at the price action. The price action is not showing any strength.
Okay. 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 Thank you. It may be similar with even with the cruise industry also.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that it may have a good quarter, coming quarter, but not as of now. Market, they also need market momentum to go along with them.
Okay.
Market momentum is not good.
Sure.
They may see some cool off or consolidation before moving. As of now, I don't see a move here.
Okay. Thank you, Naval.
Yes, Adi.
Hi, Naval Paji. Hope you're doing well.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Two questions and one observation. One is that on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, the Fed will release some information about the balance sheet reduction. So just wanted to share that. But that's at 4 p.m. or 4:30. I was reading somewhere.
It's 2 o'clock. It's not Thursday. It's 2 o'clock.
No, brother, this is not the FOMC minutes. This is not the FOMC.
It's in the FOMC minutes. It's in the FOMC minutes.
Okay, I can message you that offline if that's
yes,
fine.
But again, it's a part of the FOMC, so it's a part of the policy which needs to be declared at FOMC minutes.
Okay. Secondly, wanted to ask about bank stocks in general because I own something called BNKU, which is a triple leveraged ETF. It's BNKU. So how will generally
banks are not looking good at this moment? They've already gone down. Like if you look at the big banks like JPM, it was 172 and now it's trading at 120. It has a gap to fill at around 100. This gap, this will be filled 110 something, and this gap you see right here, 104 to 110, that needs to be filled.
Okay.
And with forthcoming economic conditions with GDP negative and everything, banks cannot go higher with negative GDP.
Even with rising interest rates?
Interest rates, see, if they are increasing the interest rate, they're also losing a substantial amount of loans. The foreclosures will start to happen where they have to pay for, they don't have to pay, they have to own the properties which have been taken by people because they're not able to pay the loans.
Right. People will default on their loans, basically.
Yes, that cycle will just start.
Okay. So that may hit the banks. It may offset.
That is already accounted for. That's why it's coming down.
Okay. So the benefit of interest rates rising may not be that much.
No, it's not there.
Okay. So thanks for sharing that. And the last thing is all these reopening stocks, out of home stocks like Airbnb and Marriott. Any thoughts on these?
I just told that they may take a quarter or two. They need the support of the market.
So not to buy now for long term. Again, I know you are not doing long term, but
again, I don't want to repeat this. There's no long term. If you bought JPM 3-4 months back, your long term is devastated.
Agreed. Okay. So Airbnb also, you feel there is more downside to come?
Market is going to see the downside, and it's not easy for a down market. You need to counter trade a stock. Better to find a stock which is going short rather than finding a stock which will go up.
Understood. Okay. Thank you, brother.
No problems. Yes, Al.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I only had two for today, I was looking at, I can share my screen if you want.
Okay, okay. Let me make you the presenter. You are now the host. You can do that.
Okay. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep. So I was looking at Lucid. I was just looking at some of the flow that was coming in. Saw a lot of hits on the 520, 22 calls. I'm just looking forward to hold the 1740 level.
It's one of my biggest blunders. I don't know you remember or not. I had 25 calls for 2023.
Mhm.
They were almost like $30-$40. I bought them at 480. Now they are like $2.
Yeah.
It's my biggest blunder.
But it seems like they may be loading up again. So I'm just keeping an eye on that one. See if it holds that 1740 level.
If you want to trade, go into January of 2023 calls.
January. Okay. The other one I was looking at for a downside play is Alta. That's the beauty store.
I think it's a very good play on the downside.
Looking forward to maybe hit
And
390, 386 maybe.
I think it's going to go down much more than that because this Alta, if you see, it's failing on 38. So 23 and 0% Fibonacci should come for a test.
Gotcha.
And in the past as well, it has, like if it fails big. And it has earnings lined up. I think 3-4
Yep, on
weeks.
the 25th, 26.
If you really want to set up a trade, I think go for a 330 put for that earnings week.
Gotcha.
If it goes down, that will have much more premium gain as compared to any other week. It will be cheaper and it can easily go to 10-20. If it is around 350, 360 by that time, it can be easily 10-20. 330, 340 put should be really, really good.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take a look.
I used to trade Ulta very much, and it used to give huge moves over the earnings. I have not traded it in last few years, but I think it's setting up for a very big move downside.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, I rejected the 417 level a few times. Yep. All right, that's all I had. Appreciate it.
No problems. I need to. Where can I make myself host? Okay, share my screen. Then we have Raja. Yep.
Hi, Naval.
Hi.
I have one observation and I would like to hear your opinion on Marvel. In Marvel technology, I see it's breaking the 200 SMA to the downside. And just wanted to hear what is the support.
It's a very good company, but it has some gaps which may fill in this downside momentum. But I would like to add this company around like 45, 46. Right now it's weak, and if it breaks 57 roughly, it has potential to test 48.
Okay, sure.
That's the gap there at 48. So if it is on a downtrend and is breaking down, if it holds 57, I think that should be fine. But if it breaks below 57, it's going to be difficult for Marvel to hold. So it will come and fill the gap and then bounces from there.
Okay, thanks, Naval. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. Somebody was asking BKNG. consolidating, like it's not giving a clear direction. It's a bull flag, but it may consolidate more. Maybe after the earnings, you will have a clear direction. It's a bull flag for now in booking.com. Bank of America. Bank of America at 36. If it breaks 36, I think it can come down to 33. And because it's a failure at 61 of 39. So a break of 36 can take to 33 and 29 area on Bank of America. I mean, okay. All right. I'll just post this information, and if you have any questions, just ask me over there. Thank you for your time. See you tomorrow.